It all started when a woman called the police to report that her 2-year-old granddaughter had been missing for several days. Little did anyone know, things were about to get much uglier. That's how the mystery of the little girl's disappearance began. In today's video, we delve into the haunting case of Caylee Anthony. Be warned, this case is deeply disturbing. Let's get started. Caylee Marie Anthony was born on August 9, 2005, in Orlando, Florida, despite her mother, Caylee Anthony, repeatedly denying her pregnancy to her family. Caylee never revealed the identity of Caylee's biological father. At the time, she was engaged to Jesse Grund, but before him, she had been involved with another man who tragically died in a car accident. To this day, Caylee's biological father remains unknown. Little Caylee lived with her mother and her grandparents, Cindy and George Anthony, in their Orlando home. The household was fraught with disagreements among the three adults. On Father's Day in 2008, Caylee and her parents had a serious argument. The next day, Caylee left the house in the family car, taking 2-year-old Caylee with her. Little did Caylee's grandparents know that would be the last time they saw their granddaughter alive. Days after their daughter and granddaughter left, Cindy and George Anthony began searching for them. George eventually found their car and retrieved it, but the smell inside was horrifying, like that of a decomposing body. Following this, they located their daughter Caylee, but to their horror, Caylee was not with her. Cindy Anthony, now deeply worried about what might have happened to her little granddaughter, hurriedly reported to the police on July 15, 2008, that Caylee was missing and that she hadn't seen her for a month. But why didn't they search for them earlier? Perhaps it's because everyone assumes a child's safest place is with her mother. Despite the delay, investigators quickly took action to find out what had happened to little Caylee. With frantic calls, Cindy urged the police to arrest her daughter, not only because she believed Caylee was behind Caylee's disappearance, but also because Caylee had stolen money from her parents before fleeing. Police began to pursue Caylee, questioning her about Caylee's whereabouts. But the burning question remained. What really happened to Caylee, and where had Caylee been all this time? The answers given by Caylee would make you furious, because it's not the kind of thing a mother could reveal without making herself seem incredibly irresponsible. After moving away from her parents, she claimed to have given Caylee to her nanny, who she referred to as Zanny. If so, Zanny was the last person to see Caylee and might have answers to all those questions. The hopes of finding Caylee quickly faded after police began searching for Zenaida Fernandez Gonzalez, the supposed nanny. But was Zanny even real? The apartment Caylee said that Zanny lived in, yet no one had lived there for months, and Caylee hadn't even visited. Then, things took a turn when a real person named Zenaida Fernandez Gonzalez emerged. But she didn't even know the Anthony family, so how could she be the nanny? Clearly, Caylee was lying to the police to hide something terrible. Lying to the police was enough to arrest Caylee because there was no trace of her daughter, and she couldn't explain what had happened to her. She didn't seem to care about Caylee either, partying and shopping the whole time while no one knew what happened to the little daughter. Caylee even got a tattoo that says Bella Vita, meaning beautiful life. All month long, she was living her best life, as if she had no daughter, like a normal girl enjoying herself. That's definitely not how the mother of a missing toddler would behave. So, Caylee was charged with Caylee's disappearance on October 14, 2008, 2 months after Caylee was last seen. December 11, 2008, started like any other day for Ray Kronk, a utility worker. Little did he know that his routine would take a haunting turn when he discovered bones inside a bag in the nearby woods, just a few miles away from the Anthony home. Investigations confirmed the heartbreaking truth. The remains belonged to 2-year-old Caylee Anthony. Duct tape covered the nose, mouth, and jaw of the skull, though no evidence of trauma was found. Despite extensive investigation, the case was classified as a homicide of undetermined means. The murder details remained unclear, as did the reason behind this horrifying act. After the body was found, Caylee seemed shaken and revealed something shocking. She claimed that Caylee had died after drowning in the family swimming pool and that George had covered up the accidental death, not her. What she revealed next was even more startling. Caylee alleged that her childhood was traumatized by abuse from her father and that she had learned to lie to hide her pain. For someone who faced such horrific experiences, the trauma would never be easy to overcome. But was Caylee lying to avoid guilt for her daughter's murder? George never admitted to abusing his daughter or knowing about Caylee's murder. If he helped cover up Caylee's death, why would he let Cindy inform the police about the car and Caylee's disappearance in the first place? It seems Casey's lies never end. All these endless questions pointed to Caylee Anthony, even though there was no sufficient evidence to convict her. However, many believe that Caylee had something to do with little Caylee's death. Eventually, she was sentenced to 4 years in jail and fined for lying to the police. But after 3 years, she was released due to good behavior. The true perpetrator behind the horrifying murder of little Caylee remains unknown, leaving endless unanswered questions. Was Caylee so desperate for her freedom that she took her own daughter's life? Some might think that if Caylee's childhood was so troubled, she might have gone to extreme lengths to gain her freedom by sacrificing Caylee's life. If not, did George and Cindy have something to do with this heinous murder? As the identity of the murderer remains a mystery, only little Caylee holds the truth of her final moments. Do you think Caylee was behind the heinous murder of her daughter? Let us know in the comments below. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell icon to stay updated with our latest true crime videos. Thank you for watching.